Before I put all the produce back in the fridge, I thought I'd give you a little look of what it actually looks like. So this is the inside of my fridge. It's counter depth. I have some eggs here because our chickens are being lazy and not laying. So there's some eggs, some pickles from last fall, and there's just a jar of blueberries there. And then I have some cottage cheese. I want Mike to use this jar first, and so I hid the other one back there. So that one's cottage cheese. This is Greek yogurt. And I'm gonna make some frozen yogurt treats with this. And there's some peaches here that we need to use up. Flax seeds back there. There is peanut butter and then some sun-dried tomatoes and pepperoncinis. And those are dates. And then we have cilantro and parsley. That is fermented salsa back there. Some strawberries. Another jar of pickles. Then we have a big jug of elderberry syrup still. Throw these back in there. And then we have a half gallon of milk, and this one's empty. This one's empty. I'm gonna be filling this up in a second. And then down here we have Parmesan cheese and beef sticks, and this is pepperoni for pizzas. And then I made some cookie dough this weekend, so that's right there, and some extra butter. This is fondue leftover. This is the cheese leftover from Valentine's Day this weekend, and I'm going to put it on probably some broccoli in the next day or two. Some extra cheese, more cheese. We eat these as snacks all the time. And then in the door, so my medicine's there, and then flaxseed and hemp seeds. These are just some sauces. Some mango salsa that I make. This is the hot bacon spinach dressing that I make. You just warm it back up. The elderberry that we're actually using. Then I try to only have one of each kind of salad dressing at a time. So we have a vinaigrette, a creamy Italian dressing, and then a Caesar salad. So, which is kind of funny. We don't normally have this much salad dressing. It just happened. Normally I make our salad dressing. And then over here, there's some chicken stock we need to use up. Some feta cheese that was in the back of the refrigerator I just found. And then this is some shredded cheese too. That was just a little bit that was in the back of the refrigerator. So I moved it up here so we would remember to use it. That is just the fat on the top. It's totally okay. And then we have some of my vitamins, and then there's other condiments back there that we don't use as much. And then we have the ketchup, mustard, that kind of stuff right here. Anyways, that is a look in my refrigerator before I put all the produce in, and then I will show you what it looks like after. This drawer is the vegetable drawer. You're just gonna have to ignore the dinging. There is no turning it off on my refrigerator. We've tried. There is squash and zucchini here, and then I have the carrots, and the smaller ones I put up at the top, the larger ones I put at the bottom. I will in the next couple days probably end up peeling and cutting at least half of these and putting it in a glass jar. And then we have some beets here. Beets you do not wash before storing. And then I have a cucumber here. I washed this too before putting it in there, which will kill off the mold spores. But the large cucumber will stay good for about 2 weeks, and then as you cut it, you put it in a glass jar with a metal lid. And then the small cucumbers, these little baby ones, I put in the Pyrex glass containers like this, and then it'll have a snap lid. This jar on the right, we're going to make sure that it is set to fruit. And then it has my oranges, limes, lemons, and most of all the avocados in here, which will stay fresh in this environment for over a month. Okay, as I'm putting things away, the eggs got moved over this way. I have the peppers here, and there's some jalapenos in there too. This one is a little bit wrinkly, so I set it out front, so I made sure that I used this first. And then I have a basket of apples here. The apples and the peppers near each other is totally fine. And these baskets I get at Marshall's. People always ask. I get them at Marshall's, especially in the springtime. And then I have some blueberries up here. I have found that corner back there in my refrigerator freezes things, so I'm always really careful about what I put up there. I'll probably end up moving like the flax seeds up there in that back corner. Okay, the grapes are not all the way dry. There was just a couple that were still a little tiny bit damp, but I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for tonight. And I'm just keeping the lid off of it, and I always keep it right next to it, so I don't want it to sit out all night and I'm done for the evening. But this is a little bit of salad that we had left over, so I just put it all together. And we had some peppers here left over. Those will stay fresh for about a week once they're cut. Onion, also make sure that it's a glass jar with a metal lid, and that'll stay fresh for about a week. I added peas up there. I think I already showed those. And then, the lettuce is in here, and then celery and cucumbers, and then I still need to bag up the spinach. And then I'm going to go pull some meat out of the freezer to defrost. I ended up moving the cilantro and parsley over here, so that way they don't get knocked over. This is a good look into my refrigerator. Okay, the spinach is a little bit wet still, so I'm going to let it sit out here and dry. I did kind of toss it with the towel, and the towel is completely dry, which is really great to have it keep drying. And then these two lemons Oops. They were kind of getting smushed on the ends, so I'm leaving them out so Mike uses these first, and they don't get lost in the drawer with all the other ones. And then this orange that came in the bag also looked a little sad, so I'm leaving it out so we use it first. And then I just wanted to show you these green onions. They look a little sad because I've taken them to a couple speaking events in the last 2 weeks, but they are from October and they just keep regrowing. Those are from October. It is President's Day today, so it is the middle of February. But these will get dry and then I will put them with a paper towel in a stasher bag like this and they'll go in the refrigerator and then my work is done. And if you're wanting to see the grocery haul when I went grocery shopping to Costco and from Meijer's, that video will be up in a couple days. And this is my book, The Zero Waste Produce Guide, where I teach all of the tips on how to keep 75 produce items fresh for weeks. This is available in our storefront. The link is in the description, and there's a code YouTube15 to get a discount.